Hello there and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show where I am Damien Farr. Tonight we're talking about my most anticipated films of the year, but first off, I did get a haircut. Here's the photo of me, from last week. Ironically enough, on the other side of the set. So pretty much I got a haircut. I wanted to mix it up. If I'm being honest, don't like it too much, so it'll grow back. So that's always a positive. So let's go into those most anticipated films. So let's go into those most anticipated films of the rest of 2018 for me here. And they are in release order, so the first one is the nearest to release, and then the last one is the furthest to release. So let's start off with Venom, which comes out October 5th. It's pretty much a Venom movie, that's really all there is to say. I don't know. I don't know much about Venom other than his name's Eddie Brock, and he was in Spider-Man 3, which isn't great. But it's Tom Hardy, so I do like Tom Hardy. I think he's a great actor. I think if I'm being honest, he's a really underrated actor who's becoming now rated, if that makes sense. Like, he's getting to that point where he's well known and he is considered a great actor, so I like that. And then the same day of October 5th, A Star is Born is released, which is a romantic comedy, I would say. I don't know really, if I'm being honest. It is a remake, but it's with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, where Bradley Cooper is making his directorial debut. So I'm excited to see this. It's pretty much, he's like a country singer, if I understand correctly, and she's just like a bar singer who sings cover songs, and he sees her in the bar, and then he's like, you should write and everything, and then they start falling in love, to my knowledge, and she becomes a star, for lack of a better term. And then going into the next one, First Man. This is a movie I'm really anticipating. I would say it's probably in my top 3, and there's a couple reasons behind that. I did really like La La Land. Damien Chazelle is trying something new. This isn't a musical. It's about Neil Armstrong's trial to get to the moon. It's pretty much about how we got to the moon, which I enjoy the idea of that, with Ryan Gosling as Neil Armstrong. It also holds a special place in my heart because when I saw the trailer, I decided, you know what? I want to make a new logo for the Far Off Show, which is going to be a rocket. So here's one of the concepts, actually. It's not done, so we'll see how that goes eventually. Then, Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm a huge Queen fan. And if I'm being honest, I completely forgot it, so it's written lower on the card. I completely forgot about it, and it comes out on October 24th, by the way. But I completely forgot that it even existed, and once I saw the trailer, I'm like, how did I forget that? Really? I'm a huge Queen fan, and I forgot that. Then we go to The Grinch, which comes out November 9th, which is with Benedict Cumberbatch as the Grinch. I don't know much about The Grinch other than the Jim Carrey movie and this one a little bit, which is going to be Benedict Cumberbatch, like I just said, and it's made by the people who made Despicable Me 1, 2, and 3 and the Minions movies, so could be really good here. Then going into it, Ralph Breaks the Internet comes out November 21st, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2. So pretty much he goes into the internet. That's pretty much the gist of the movie, to my knowledge. Am I excited for it? I would have preferred them making the Disney Infinity movie, where the game got canceled, and seen what happened with that. But, that would have been a risky move, but I thought it would have been great, personally. And then, probably my most anticipated movie of the rest of this year, Creed 2. I'm a huge Rocky fan, to the point where I love all the movies except 5. I don't talk about 5 often. So, I love all these movies. Rocky is one of my favorite movies ever. Rocky 2 is pretty good too, but nowhere near as good. So, the day that Creed 2 comes out, I'm going to talk about it. Pretty much Creed 2 is Michael B. Jordan playing, Adonis Creed, where he's fighting Ivan Drago's son, which I think is pretty sweet. So for me, that's cool. I liked Rocky 4, so I think I'll like this. And then Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Sony with all these movies that they're making for Spider-Man, but no MCU movies until next year. I'm excited because I do like Miles Morales. It is coming out December 14th. Really, I don't know how I'm gonna think of it. It looks good, but at the same time, Sony I'm sorry, you should really just give up on Spider-Man. I love your products and everything. I use your camera. I just think you need to give up on Spider-Man, trying to make your own Spider-Verse stuff on the side of the MCU. Then Aquaman comes out December 24th, or December 21st, excuse me. Aquaman, it looks pretty great if I'm being honest. I don't know if it'll be that good, being honest. All the DC EU movies I'm going to re-review on that episode. Most of them are going to be lower ratings now that the bias has kind of worn off. I still love DC, don't get me wrong, and I love Marvel, but the bias of the DC movies has kind of worn off. It was like, well, I can't defend them really much anymore. They aren't great, except Wonder Woman is amazing. So we'll talk about that on that video. And then finally, on December 21st, Bumblebee. This is another movie I'm really excited for. I would say right after Creed or First Man here. So, really, it's pretty much about a boy in his car, or really a girl in her car. That being Haley Steinfeld and Bumblebee. So I'm excited that they're kind of going back to the roots of the Transformers movies, and they're not, you know, blowing it out of proportions like the last couple. So, what are some movies you're anticipated for? Please tell me in the comments below. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and have a far off night.